Gaborone International Music and Culture Week, the annual week-long festival in Botswana, that celebrates arts and music, cultural diversity. The 12th edition, it runs through late August into the month of September. It's got international acts, including American R&B singer Karyn White, headlining the festival this year. And to share a little bit more about the offering, we're joined by the founder, Thapelo Pabalinga. Thapelo, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good. 12th edition later. How are you feeling? Congrats.
Thank you very much.
It's an exciting time, right? We're looking, I mentioned, there's so many offerings to enrich us all. So what can we expect for this 12th edition, including that international act that I've punted?
Well, it will be Botswana talent on a big stage to the world. Of course, with the fusion of international acts like Karyn White, as you say, from America. We also have Amanda Black from South Africa, Enko from South Africa, and various other brilliant artists from Botswana. From poets, comedians, church choirs.
Because it's a platform and it showcases, you know, Botswana gives them the opportunity to grow and also develop. Can you tell us about that growth over the past 12, well, heading into the 12th edition?
Yes, I mean, we've positioned ourselves as, you know, the biggest cultural and music festival in Botswana, probably in the region now, because even in South Africa, it's fairly well known. As you can see, I'm in South Africa to come and speak about it. But yeah, it's a platform where basically people showcase their God-given talent, be it in music, in fashion, in anything that you can make a living out of in the creative space. So, you know, we've hosted a lot of artists from South Africa. In fact, all of SADC. It's good that, you know, the SADC summit is here. So we've had artists from Zambia, Zimbabwe, you know, Namibia, you call it. We've even gone out to like Uganda, Nigeria. So it's an African festival, for lack of a better word. No,
it definitely is. And there's return investment beyond the cultural exchange and the creative economy. There's the business of the arts as well, and that growing sector for Botswana. Can you tell us a little bit more about the numbers there? Or the facts and figures, at least.
Yes, I mean, you know, for a festival that runs for a week, it generally supports the creative economy a lot. The value chain behind it is quite huge, because whenever people move, you know, from hotels, air flights, you know, everything, when people move from, you know, within the country, from outside the country, you know, the economy benefits. So it's quite big, and it's something that pleases us to see that, you know, it's gotten to a point where people see the value in it.
Yes, and what I also like is how you give back, because there's master classes, there's discussions, you know, there's really the capacity building element that comes, which is so necessary to impart the empowering tools. Tell us about how that's also run throughout the entire week and how it's also grown.
Yeah, so what we do normally on the Monday, because GMC starts one Saturday and ends the following Saturday. So midweek, especially on Monday, we carry out workshops where, you know, we bring some of the international acts that we have in country to have a sit down with our local acts, so that, you know, they can exchange notes, especially for them to learn aspects of how you stay long, relative in the industry, you know, longevity. It's important because, you know, some of these artists like Karyn White, she's been at it for a long time. So for you to be relevant for such a long time, there has to be something that you do different or special that keeps you there. So those that can do collabos with her, why not? You never know.
Well, the clock is ticking. We'll see how that plays out. Is there a theme for this year? How is that then playing into how people best prepare for this? If you came in, whether you flew, whether you drove from Botswana into South Africa, it's about a 4 or 5 hour trip back, right?
Yeah, well, the theme really is for the fashion event, the champagne picnic. That's why we have a dress theme. Yeah. So, but outside that, you know, the theme around GIMC's hashtag Pitso ya Botlhokwa. Do you know what Pitso means? Calling.
The calling.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a calling from everybody, whether you're in South Africa, all our neighboring states. Now welcome to come to Botswana.
And it's that sense of belonging, and it's a sense of unity as well. And I appreciate that you've incorporated some Setswana there, because that's the point, right? Can you tell us about the lingo, the language, the cultural exchanges? What's uniquely, you know, relevant to Botswana, how it's also then added on? The shwe-shwes. I mean, tell us a little bit more about that cultural endeavors.
Well, it's the warmth that people get.
And humility.
We are a very welcoming nation. You know, humble, as we say.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a time for people to come and experience the sights and sounds of Botswana.
Yes.
As I say, we are also big on the cultural exchange, because it's not just Botswana artists who are performing there. We also have other international acts from other countries that are a part of it. So we learn from each other. But most importantly is to bring people under one common goal, which is, you know, to unite and be happy.
There are always challenges, or at least factors you have to mitigate against in the logistics process, the build-up to it. What would have happened for this edition? How did you overcome it at this point as you get closer to it?
You know, 12 years later, it's kind of clockwork. Okay. Yeah, we already know what we are doing. But, you know, as with any event, we could always use support, financial support from sponsors. We do have sponsors. Some of them have been going on with us for the last 6-7 years, which is encouraging, because it shows they see value in what we do. But, yeah, you know, but by and large, we try and navigate our way to success.
Yeah, and, you know, interesting facts about Botswana. I mean, the population size relative to, let's say, South Africa, I mean, it's about 2 million people, right? So it's a small community. Tell us a little bit more about, you know, learning about what Botswana also has to offer when it comes to that soft power.
I mean, sometimes it's good that we are not such a big country, so we all sort of know each other. There's a lot of trust because we kind of know each other's background. Yeah. But I suppose some that are in business, we could always use more people, because obviously,
you know,
more
I'm
people,
asking because there's a different pace in Botswana. It's slower. Yeah. It's calmer. Yes. And that also takes, you know, getting used to and appreciation, especially in some of the other cities. There's even in Johannesburg, it's a lot more frantic and that. I mean, that's the gift that Botswana offers, the vast open land as well, yes. The tourist attractions. But the locals, how are they adapting to that, right? Because now you need accommodation, you need the airports to play their part, the flights, etc. Are there provisions that's going to be happening on that front? For the week at least? Yeah,
I mean, like I said, we've been doing it for 12 years, so obviously there's a lot of activities during the week. Some of the festivals are big enough. Traffic will increase a little bit, hotel occupancy goes up. So, but that's a welcome development, because, as I say, whenever there's a movement of people, people position themselves to see how they benefit out of it. Okay. So yeah, especially the SMMEs, the small businesses, we impact on them quite a bit.
Okay, so if they want to get involved, be part of it, also just look at opportunities that exist. How do they go about incorporating that with you?
Well, they call our office. Okay. Yeah, so, you know,
and social media as well?
Yeah, and social media. Perfect. Yeah, our social media handles are GIMC Fest or Gaborone International Music and Culture Week. Yeah, so that's how they get a hold of us. We're available on all socials. Okay, well, the clock is ticking. We're building up there. Thank you, Thapelo, for joining us. Gaborone International Music Cultural Week 2026 edition. The 12th edition since its inception, showcasing some of the finest when it comes to jazz, poetry, comedy, arts, the cultural scene. It's, you know, uniquely positioned to unite the continent as well. And we're obviously building up there because international R&B singer Karyn White will be headlining the festival along some of the local acts as well. And we're looking at that economic growth and development and return of investment as well. Thank you to Thapelo for joining us.